Hi there folks, welcome back to the channel and welcome to an unboxing. Probably one of the most recognisable boxes that there is out there as far as watches is concerned. Now then, the Casio MRW series. You've all seen those. Obviously the most common one being the black one, black dial, black strap, with you know, the white printed dial. Well, today we've got one of that series, but a slightly different version. So let's get into this box. Lid off, and we have inside a foam pad, and then your lovely Casio type plastic bag. Ooh, we get a hang tag as well. Right, so we're covering up. There we go. What we have here is a Casio MRW200 HD. So let's get some of this stuff off of here. We'll start with getting the piece of paper out. We'll open her up, and we have this tag, and I didn't bring a knife in with me or scissors, which is not really forward thinking, is it? So let's see if I can get that off of there without making too much of a mess of that. And there we go, and it's off. What we got on here, that will tell us what we have if I put it the right way up. This is, as I said, the MRW200 HD-7BVEF. There we go. And we have a plastic protector on the dial, which is always the best bit to take off. And there we are. What we have here is, as I go through some specs, we'll run through it just kind of a piece at a time. So we have a resin case, I believe, not stainless steel, even though it looks like it might be. But we have the stainless steel strap, and obviously, you know that these are usually a rubber strap, a pretty hard rubber strap as well. So yeah, pretty cool to see one with a bracelet on, which is all brushed, which is not bad. And my camera is refusing to focus. There we go. We have a plain white dial with everything printed on there, printed numbers. You got your minute track around the chapter ring, and your Arabics around the inside of that on a slightly lower level, and then your 24-hour track around the inside of that. A black framed day and date window, white hands with black outline, which is actually more legible than I thought it would be, and that black second hand with a little arrow tip on the end there. The bezel is bi-directional and a friction one. There's a little bit of resistance there. It's yeah, it's actually okay, to be fair. It's not bad at all, and I'll make sure that I do line up that as best as I can for those that would go nutty if I left it slightly off. Well, actually, no, there you go. I'll put it slightly off. Or shall I put it there? Let's go to Seiko territory, shall we? Somewhere around about there. Excuse me. Right, we'll do some measurements. And I usually, whenever I've done this on camera before, I've usually fluffed this up. But let's have a look, see what we've got. We have a case size of 41. We have a case thickness 11.7, 11.8, so well, I think we'll call that 12, that's near enough. And we have a lug to lug of, I can get there, 47.6. And now the lug width on this, where your strap goes, these, I'm not going to try and get that in there because I will mess that up. I know that they're 18mm. So, I mean, if you want to put a NATO in there or anything like that, they do look a bit narrow when you get them in, and because you've got this width here, which I believe is around about 24 mil. Yeah, 24. And the bracelet tapers down to 17.5. Obviously, you're only going to get a pressed clasp in this price range, and the bracelet is indeed all folded links, as you can see, and as you would expect. You got the screw down case back with the 4 screws there, and the information on the back of the watch. That's it's actually a bit heavier than I thought it would be, considering that the main part of the watch is resin. Now there is some lume on this, and I believe it is just the hands. I think on the ones with the white printed onto a black dial, you get the, if I remember rightly, on one that I used to have, where the actual indices, the numbers were loomed. Obviously not very good. I mean, they lasted a matter of seconds. So what I'll do is I will give this a little bit of a charge, and then we'll turn the lights out. And it is still slightly daylight outside, so and I haven't closed the curtains to shut the light out. Like I said, this was actually only meant to be an unboxing. There we go. We'll turn the lights. No, we won't. We'll change the light. We'll turn it off this time. There we go. And there we are. That's what you get for your lume. And I can pretty much guarantee that that'll probably last probably about 5-6 minutes. It may hang on enough in a really dark room to see it for maybe half an hour or so. Certainly the one that I've had of these before was around about that. Now, like I said, I have had one of these before, but it was the just the black resin one, and so some of my friends were actually quite uncomplimentary about it. They used to call it my Fisher Price watch. Other toy manufacturers are available, by the way. Because they said it was so light, it was a bit like a toy. But I'll tell you what, from a daily wear point of view, I mean, I used to wear it to work, and it got bashed and battered, but it was fine. It kept time and did exactly what it was meant to do. The crystal on this is an acrylic one, so that is likely to get scratched up. But price wise, the resin ones are around about, you can pick them up for about £15. This one is, if you like, the flagship of the MRW series. So this one was 29 quid. I say the flagship. There are others. They do a multitude of colours now, and you can have black dials, white dials, camouflage dials I've seen, different colour indices. I think there's a blue dial as well that they do with white indices. So yeah, there is plenty to choose from. Some of the ones with the funky colours can get up in price a little bit. I've seen them on Amazon for about 32 quid. And I think, you're probably pushing your luck. That sort of money is quite a lot for a resin watch. There's another really cool one, which is bright red as well. So, there is something for everyone with the MRW series. The other story I've heard with these, which was floating around on the internet, was some mad divers got hold of one, and they did the hydro thingy where they fill the watch up with silicone oil, and they took it down to something silly like 250 meters, and the watch was absolutely fine, because the oil stops the pressure getting at the watch. But yeah, there we go. This is the MRW 200 HD. I won't call it the full metal. I want to, but I won't, because it's resin. But with your stainless steel strap, I'll do you a quick wrist shot. I'll just take this one off. Today we have the Casio 8179G. This is the bigger one of the two. It's not the 42mm. So that's that one. and slide this on. Yeah, that's going to need a link or two out of there, and there we go. This is it on my 7 3/4 inch wrist. Feels quite comfortable. The crown doesn't stick out too far, which is quite nice. So you know it's not going to dig into your hand or anything like that. But yeah, I think it actually looks great. Just whip that off of there. The crown does have some guards on it. Obviously, it's an unsigned crown, and the usual fashion, you pull it out, which is actually quite difficult to get hold of on this because of those crown guards. The first position changes your day, and then forward changes your, it changes your date. This changes your day. Got that completely the wrong way round, and I'm not going to edit that or redo it. You can just take the mickey out of me in the comments. That's absolutely fine. And then the second position, quartz movement, so hacking, and that will change the time, and that's actually quite smooth. That's quite surprising. I've had some of these kind of more affordable watches. When you change the time, they can be a bit bouncy and a bit loose, but this one's okay. And when you push it in, yeah, there's no drop back on that either, which is pretty impressive. So yeah, there we are. Casio MRW 200 HD on a stainless steel bracelet, and I've been hoping that they'd do this for quite some time, because I actually think that, you know, as a daily wear and a good old work watch, these are really cool. Okay, so if you want to pick one of these up, I'll leave a link to the Amazon site where I got this from. Like I said, it was 29 quid, and yeah, I actually think it's worth it. I mean, I'm probably going a bit deeper than I would normally in an unboxing, but yeah, like I said, there's loads of videos on the MRW series out there, so you know, you can basically have whichever model that suits you, and you know, what look you're going for, just depending on whether you want to spend 20 quid or 30 quid really, and anything in between. But if you wouldn't mind giving this video a thumbs up, that would be great. That's the best way that you can help this channel. And also, you know, if you'd like to subscribe, that would be absolutely excellent. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you get notified when I upload any more content. So there we go. I'll give you another last look at that. Oh, we've got a decent amount of micro adjustment. I missed that out, didn't I? So you've got 4 levels of micro adjustment on there. There we go. If you pick one of these up, enjoy it. They're a good, fun little piece. Okay, that's it from me for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.